So like with kitchens and bathrooms, there's a real reason why the cost for a kitchen and a bathroom is different than the cost for just a bedroom or maybe a playroom. There's appliances involved, backsplash, flooring, cabinetry. There's a lot of things that are involved in those two rooms that are not involved in bedrooms. So that's a real reason to have a price difference. So I think, to Phil's point, I think just look at your industry, understand why you would ultimately have a price difference, and just be consistent.
Right.
Fair enough. All right, number 8 on our list, build your portfolio. Pictures, links, accept. So what does it take to build a portfolio? I mean, if we look at something like Dan Buckner Designs, I mean, we had to do the projects.
Right.
We got to get them done. We got to be able to stage them. Then we got to take pictures of them. That's building our portfolio.
Right.
How about for
Same.
BDFS?
Same. You get customers. You take before and after pictures. I think now with today's technology between Facebook and Instagram and all these different things, you're able to show your work immediately and send it out to people. So I think it's very important to take pictures of your work and different types of projects to show your strengths across multiple types and so.
Yep, I agree with that. On social media, we try to really engage people when we're showing our portfolio. So not only will we show the product that we created, we would tag not only ourselves but also tag the company that we did work for. So we get that cross promotion with your portfolio. And now we're talking about not just a paper portfolio where you show when you're doing a presentation, but you have your online portfolio on your website, also on your social media. So you want to present it in a way where people can see it easily and find it easily.
Yeah, no, I like it. And we do the same thing from a design standpoint. Not only do we put the actual room that we're working on design, but it may be also the pieces of furniture that we put in. We may tag those. We may take pieces or pictures of other things that are associated with that. So just to get it out there, and also to show your customers kind of your full repertoire, what you can do. So I think that's a good one. What about Dreams Ice Cream? You put like super samples out there. You super size. What's going on?
We since it's from the retail aspect, with some of our portfolio that we do build is that we ask some of our customers to take selfies of the product.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna start implementing what we call Selfie Saturday. So we should do that.
Nice. I like that.
Get a percentage off. Market, market themselves and show them where they at. And even for like, let's be engaged in getting more like birthday parties and different entities of that aspect. We want to make sure that we, go and show what we provide, what you're going to get, not just getting somebody to serve an ice cream.
Yeah, sure.
Make sure that we do different things. So I have other people who I work with that do desserts, so like pastry chefs.
Yeah, sure.
Collab with them.
Yeah.
And that's where we kind of help market each other's business.
Okay, no, I like that. Used to be a company where I got motorcycles from. Fast by Farachi's out of business, so unfortunately it was a great shop. But Willow Grove out of business. But what they used to do is every time you put a bike from there, they would take a picture of you with the bike and put it on their website, which was like, oh, that's kind of cool, right? So then you can go see yourself, on the website next to the bike that you bought. So I like that. It's kind of the same concept that you were thinking about. So I had to incorporate that into Dan Buckner. I'm not sure what I would do, but maybe give a free faucet. I don't know. All right, so we'll figure that out. Yeah, faucet might be expensive. Well, maybe a Kmart faucet as opposed to a real faucet. All right, let's scratch that one. All right, next one. I think it's a good segue because I think part of taking the people's pictures, people now feel comfortable and they want to give you a testimonial, you, ask for a referral, right? So, how's that in BDFS?
I think so. We haven't done a lot of marketing into the past 2 years, and what I mean by that is I never paid for any advertisements or things like that. So all our business came through word of mouth referrals and testimonials. So one of the things that I've kind of built on was building strong relationships. So our logo, or is not our logo, pardon me, our slogan, thank you, is building the best. And that doesn't just mean building the best product, but it's building the best relationship. So with that, we want to be your lifetime contractor.
Correct.
So one of that is if you do good work and build a good relationship, then the referrals and testimonials will come naturally. So do a good job, and then that part should come easy.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's really important too. If you just look at some of the major companies that are out there, Amazon, whatever it is, they all ask for you to rate the products or service that you got. And I know, being an Amazon Prime person, even though I'm plugging Amazon, maybe you want to sponsor us, that I always write the testimonials or the ratings, because I want other consumers to understand what my experience was, right? Because when I read them before I buy stuff on Amazon. So if you give a bad rating to a customer, I read it and I'm like, okay, I'm not buying that. But if you give a good one, I'm like, okay, maybe I should buy that. So I think that actually works, because I do it every day, and I don't get paid to do it. I just do it because I bought something. I want to, want other consumers to understand whether a product is good or not.
Right, and it's not hard to get a testimonial. I mean, when I send out a product or final proof for a product or something, and they reply saying yes, it's approved, or you go ahead into print or whatever. Right after I know I did a good job, and they're pleased with the service, I have a scripted 2-sentence thing that I reply to them, say, hey, I'm glad you like what we did. Would you mind leaving us a 5-star positive rating on Facebook or Google or whatever the case is? And a lot of, I don't know, 90% of the time they say sure, and they just take the time and go ahead and just put it in there. So if you look at our business on Facebook, we have 20+ ratings, 5 stars. Trying to keep that process going, but that's all it takes. And it's great to help your business, because you want people to have a comfort level of dealing with you. If they see those bad ratings, they're not going to have that comfort level. So that's just key.
Okay, no, I like it. All right. Next item on our list, which is number 10 and the final item on our list, is use tools to be more efficient. Right, so putting automation, trying to be more seamless. In the days of Facebook and Instagram and everything else, this should be like a no-brainer, right? Everything has to be able to connect. It's got to look good on whatever platform it's in. Calvin, what's your thoughts on using proper tools?
Well, I think, if you have the right tools, it'll make the job easy, right? So it stems from running your back office, having the right software, computers, things like that, to, for me in the field, having the right tools to do the construction projects. All of these things will make life more efficient for you. One of the things that I recently learned, I'm a small company. We don't have IT. I try to do it myself.
Well, you are the IT guy, right?
I am. That's what I mean. But I've now learned that, not Microsoft or Apple, they now have stores. Like for here, King of Prussia, they're next to each other. You can go there. I sit down with my business consultant in Microsoft. They go through, help me go through my computer issues, set me up, evaluate what will make me more efficient.
Gotcha.
So once again, going to these free tools, I mean, it's not free because eventually you'll buy something,
right?
But they help you evaluate what you need to
good.
make you more efficient. One of the great tools that I use, and it has a lot of capability that I'm still learning, is QuickBooks. Right. It really helps, class all my transactions, invoice, credit card, everything, one consolidated system. So it's figuring out the right tools to manage your business effectively.
Yeah, absolutely.
That makes sense. Like at one time I was using PayPal exclusively for invoices. I changed over to something similar to QuickBooks called ZipBooks, which is very similar, but it's an online version of it.
Yeah, sure.
I don't get anything for plugging them, but ZipBooks is great because you can set up a quote, turn that into an invoice, and possibly turn that into a recurring invoice if needed. And then it plugs into your bank account. It pulls in all your transactions that you can definitely just hand that over to your accountant. You don't have to try to find and fiddle with receipts and things. You can just hand that over to them, and it's also built-in reporting for your expenses. If you forecast the hours and put in the time that you're taking, it'll calculate that reporting. So it really helps you kind of have that next level of just statistics with your business, and you can forecast, and you can see how you did this year versus last year. And it's a great resource.
No, look, I would second and third that and fourth that, right? You want to make sure that all your expenses are tracked accordingly, right? You want to be a hassle trying to pull out pieces of paper out of a drawer at the end of the day when you got to file your taxes, right? You're using something like a QuickBooks or a ZipBooks, and we're not plugging them. We're not saying they're the best tools. We're just saying these are things that we've used in the past. There's other free tools out there. Definitely go out and explore those. But you want to be able to file, properly and have all your paperwork in line, right? The same thing if you were doing banking, right? You want to have an account for your accounts receivable, your accounts payable, and your payroll, right? You want to just have it all lined up so you don't have to worry about it. So, those are just some of the tools that you get out there from a back-end standpoint. But even like some of the front-end tools like we would use in our design company is, we're plugging a software that we use to do the design work, right? Whether it's AutoCAD or 2020 or some other functionality, it could be Visio. So I'm not necessarily plugging any of these. It's just tools that ultimately will get you to show your product better to a customer, and hopefully sell your business, right?
Absolutely.
So that was the last thing on our list, but I think we had honorable mention about dues when starting a business is just have some integrity around your business, right? No one wants to work with someone who's kind of sleazy, try to get over and just, get a paycheck and walk away, right? So we definitely want to, at least here on Everyday Entrepreneurs, we want to have some integrity when we're doing business with our customers, and we want them to say, you know what, these are a bunch of good guys, they've got a good product, and they would ultimately recommend us.
Right.
Would you guys like to add anything to that conversation?
Integrity is, it involves a lot. It involves being there, showing up, keeping your word, following the contract like you said earlier.
Absolutely.
And putting your best, building the best. You want to make
your
sure.
Best forward. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
You want to make sure that those criteria are met.
Yep.
And you'll create a great platform for yourself.
Gotcha.
For your business.
Okay. All right, so we're going to wrap up this segment for our do's, but shortly thereafter we're going to follow up with our don'ts, and we'll come back shortly. But definitely, these are just our thoughts on how we do things. These are not necessarily the only way to do them. This is our little disclaimer because there's tons of resources out there. You guys can do search. I mean, the internet, go look out there, right?
We welcome your comments.
Exactly. And let us know, and we'll see you later.